we have Stone, who is the orange Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner. And we have Lau, the purple Terran, at the top right. I have to admit, I haven't seen too much of Lau's TVZ. I usually see him facing Terran or Protoss opponents, generally because there's not many Zergs in England, I have to say. It's a bit Protoss heavy around these parts than Terran. But Stone is a fairly competent guy. He was in the ESL Pro Series UK. I think he was in the lower half of the table, but you know, that's not too bad. He did qualify it really early on, so he's not too bad. I'm sure he's just a student like the rest of us who have exams coming up and stuff. But you know, he's not going to be a walkover. That's my point. He's still Masters. It's not going to be like a Grandmasters versus Diamond. Although Lau is Grandmasters, it's worth noting. Grandmaster's pretty tough to get into now. If you didn't catch the momentum at the start and get your MMR up before it started, then you're going to have a real tough time getting into Grandmasters. So it's no easy feat. No 15 hatch by Stone. He's going for the gas first, then the pool. He's going for speed, pretty early on speed actually. He doesn't want to be have to deal with such issues like the 2 ranks bunker push that you see so many GSL Zergs fall to. You know, and if they fall to it, then anyone can, to be honest. Poor Losira, it's a reference to. Sorry if you haven't seen GSL, but you can hate me later. So yeah, he's just doing a pretty safe speedling opening. It's going to kill this SCV, and then I'd imagine he'd throw down the hatch. I can't. Zerg 1 base builds leave a lot to be desired, especially against Warlands. So, factory coming up for Lau, and it's part of the wall off. And a reactor on the barracks. This is a Hellion opening, I would say. Yeah, he's going to finish the reactor, float the factory onto it, and build, say, 4 Hellions. And he's coming for his expansion. Get out of the SCV. Run away. SCV's... He's like, I don't want to die in vain, so he delayed the hatchery as long as he can. But these Zerglings are going to get this poor SCV. Can't run away. Oh. Wait, what? Stone showing his merciful side. He's letting it be fair. He's letting that one Zergling have it. If that one Zergling doesn't kill that SCV, he better not come home, because they will not. He'll probably lie about it. You know, like they do in movies. They send one guy after him and he says, "Oh yeah, I killed him," but he didn't. And then the hero comes and kills all the baddies. Anyway, enough about movies. This is StarCraft. This is a reactor Hellion opening against a Speedling heavy opening, and Stone has just seen the Hellions, so I'm not sure if he's going to make too much. He knows it's not Blue Flame because they're too early. You know, it's not going to be a factory on the tech lab. That would be slightly later. He does only have 4 Zerglings though, so the speed isn't that useful. Queen is not blocking the ramp. Could be a bit tricky, but Lau's second Hellions were actually quite late. I guess he was supply blocked. I think I missed that, or he's just he was saving up for the command center that he's put down. It seems to have a lot of gas though for this sort of build. It's still floating at 200 even after putting the starport down, but it means he's probably going to follow up with maybe a Banshee or, you know, some sort of heavy tech. Anyway, he's going for the command center, and Stone doesn't really know about it too much. He's been building a fair amount of Zerglings to handle these Hellions, and here come the 4 Blue Flame Hellions in. They're staying off creep, and these Zerglings are in an interesting little choke way down here, and Lau, so close to getting that second shot off. These Zerglings are running away, losing a couple. No drones yet though, and this is the main thing. He's got to go for the drones. Great, nearly surround. Lau being very on top of his micro here, and not letting those Hellions get surrounded. And he's pulling off. He's coming around the other side. He wants to get up that ramp, but the Zerglings are at the top there, and he finally gets a drone. But these Queens are going to slightly get him to back off. There's very little point in attacking these Queens. although she is off creep, means she's very slow. Poor Queen, she's actually quite vulnerable, but now she's back on creep, she's alright. He just wants to bait the Zerglings and snipe some more, make these as cost efficient as possible. So nice little, it is a pretty nice bit of harass. Getting the creep tuner, that's 25 energy, that's no mean feat. And here's the Starport Banshee follow-up. This is why he was floating gas a bit much there. And the question is, yeah, here we go. He's floating the expansion, doing a pretty good deal, but Lau is going for the Banshee, but is not going for the Cloak. Cloak is the real costly part of the Banshees. And 5 Hellions here. Are they going to manage to go up the ramp? And they do. They take out the Queen. And firing Spinecrawler, going for the second Queen. There's 5 Hellions. They do a surprising amount of damage to the Queen. And wow, look at those Zerglings getting roasted. They do get the surround though, and this Hellion harass is going to get shut down. Sorry about that. So finally, Stone. Well, he has been droning up because he knew it wasn't going to be Blue Flame, so he wasn't too worried about it. But he does have a Baneling Nest coming up, and Banshee flying over for Lau. Stone sees it with the Watchtower. It isn't anymore, and so yeah, here comes the Banshee. I'm not sure if he wants Stone to think it's a Cloak or not. Oh wow, this Queen had so little health, it was taking out a little health by the Hellions, so the Banshee just takes that straight away. And 1 drone, 2 drones, no, Queen's, there we go. Oh, Banshee, oh, 14, 5, hey, Queen gets the Banshee. And Stone has to be feeling pretty good about that. But here comes the second one. The second one is going to fly into these rather well-positioned Overlords, actually. I do like the positioning of Stone's Overlords. You can pretty much... It's a very Brood War thing, working on your Overlord placement. And I know you play Brood War, so I'm going to give him that. But second Banshee on the way, clearing out the Watchtowers. He doesn't want Stone to see these Hellions approaching. Which is pretty smart. And oh, Creep Tuner so close to finishing. Not quite. And Lau is pretty ahead in supply actually, but it's all Hellions and Marines. And the problem is he's going so Hellion heavy that these Banelings, you know, if he were to be aggressive with them, they would actually do a lot of damage against it. You know, there's only 1 Marine in that bunker. He's got some up at the top here, but really he'd have to be more concerned about keeping the bunker alive. Anyway, Banshee coming down for some more harassment for Lau. But problem is he's just shown this Banshee and there are some mutas popping, and he's got to be a little bit careful with this Banshee or it's just going to die. Where are these meters? Here we go, they're at the natural. And sorry about the bike, I live above the road. And this Banshee is going to come down here. It's going to get seen. Is it going to get seen? These 2 mutas are on the field, and he doesn't see the Banshee. Oh well. Oh, this muta getting sniped. Nice little stim. That, and the second muta. Yeah, he pulls that back. Some roaches in production for Stone. This is pretty interesting. Actually, he wants to do Roach Muta against like a Hellion opening, which confuses the hell out of me, but that's because I don't play Zerg. I'm afraid. This Banshee's cute little Banshee actually here. What's going to happen is Stone, unless he sees the Banshee, is just going to send a drone to make the hatchery here, but it's going to get sniped. But I was just checking for a Marine. Sees the Banshee. Sees the Banshee, sees the Banshee. Goodbye, Banshee. And all of a sudden, actually, Stone is on equal supply with the Lau, but the problem is he's not up at base, which I'd say he really wants to be. And hatchery... Oh, an in-base hatchery. Wow, I think we're going to actually see a 2-base aggression push from Stone, and a money scan there by Lau. Although I don't think he quite saw I think he expected Lau to be attacking the rocks and going for his third there. I'm not too sure about this decision to push out because Stone is still on 2 bases. Here we go. I missed this. He killed the rocks. He's going for planetary over here. Now the question is, when is Stone going to see this? Is he going to see it before it becomes a planetary? If he doesn't, all of a sudden he's behind. Well, I mean, he's expanding twice, so maybe he does know about it. It's pretty interesting. The planetary has started, and okay, here we go. Lau knows how forward Stone is, and all of a sudden Stone knows how forward Lau is, and he knows that base is up, and he knows it's probably a planetary already. So what's he going to react to this? His third is not at the goal despite him taking out the rocks, and he's spreading the creep up this side. I like this. He's pushing, he's threatening on the right, but he's pushing the creep up on the left so he can quickly swing round and flank this Terran position. But it's still a planetary where I mean, he could attack the main, but he's only got 3 meters. There's not much 3 meters can do, sadly. And marine drop by Lau. He's probably going to go try sniping something crucial like a spire or a evolution chamber. Anyway, here's the push up from Lau. Nice scan, taking out the Poop Tuners. Stone, he has 7 meters, which he's going to take a boat, like threaten the tanks at the back. He's going to lose this hatchery, but he doesn't care. He just wants to go for the planetary, or he's going up here. Yes. No, there's nothing up there, Stone. Sorry. So yeah, Stone is pushing. Now he's coming down to the right. Nice little channel for him to go down here. And sorry, I missed that. A marine drop, snipe the third, and all of a sudden Stone, he feels the need, especially to attack. These siege tanks were running away actually. Half of them were not sieged, and these banelings, some of them were going to the siege tanks. Some of them hit the banelings, but sorry, some of them hit the marines, but the marines mostly stayed alive. Most of the banelings hit the siege tanks, and roaches and mutas versus marines, it's a bit tricky. I mean, it's not as cost efficient as you'd like, to be honest. And here he comes again, Stone for another push. He does force Lau to retreat though, but look at all these reinforcements for Lau. He just has to siege up these guys, and Stone is still on 2 base, and he doesn't even have to siege them up. He just has to chase Stone away, and because Lau has this gold expansion, it puts him so far ahead. And he did start this hatchery down here, but a really quick reaction drop from Lau forced him to cancel that, and a little bit of accidental move commands going on there means he loses an unnecessary meter. But here's the main ball that Stone has to be worried about. Some siege tanks, lots of marines. They're 2-1 now. Stone is on 1-1, so he's out upgrading Stone. Emergency banelings coming in from Stone. He doesn't have baneling speed though, which is... oh no, sorry, he does have baneling speed. So he's not too bad. But some nice little muta harass at the back here. Does snipe a siege tank, but loses a few too many mutilers. Roaches engage the marines in range of the siege tanks, and Lau's in a lot of trouble. Last baneling push. Marines come forward, they trigger the banelings. Oh, a couple of marines get taken out despite the siege tanks being here. Some more muta harass at the back. He does take out another siege tank, but Stone is in such a bad position. Here comes the final push, the last hurrah, and he has to back off. There's just too many siege tanks, and where have these meters gone? Anyway, nice little pressure here from Lau. He's keeping on control of his macro. Oh, Stone's army is going around the wrong side. Loses too much to that little push. He wants to come around here and snipe these reinforcements, but look at the sizing of this reinforcement. It's a bigger army than the main army. The army might as well be the reinforcements. And good game called by Stone.